I forgot my man. Yes, please. Okay, we'll get it. All right, you guys ready for this? You still drinking? That's pretty good to hug after. I need to find somebody else to hug after this. I feel like we're getting way too much attention. Anybody else want to hug me? No? Just want to hug me? Nobody? Don't tell me you're not looking at this like he's huggable. Okay, we'll work into it. All right, coming to the stage, very funny guy. You guys ready for him? Maybe. I'm literally talking. Is it making you feel weird? All right, I'll find somebody else. I thought we had something. You were looking at me kind of way. I thought, all right, you. You ready for the next comedian? All right, excellent. Next comedian comes to the stage. Please give it up for Mr. Mike Riles.
Okay, I get to mark this on my bucket list. Any lawyers out there? Any lawyers? No? Great. I'm on the mark. My big fat guy gets on, sits next to me, and I'm the reason why you go to IHOP at 3 in the morning. He looks at me and he says, "Don't judge me. This is because of my DNA." Yeah, DNA. Donuts, nachos, and apple pie. Okay. So, actually, I need to sue Man Magazine. Anybody ever heard Man Magazine? Or the old... Okay, all right. They had these song parodies, and they really screwed up my head when I was a kid. 1962. This actually happened. I'm in my grade school, Chicago, George B. Smith, and the sirens go off. Teacher shouts, "Duck and cover!" So I'm down on the ground, right? And suddenly all the girls are baby crawling over towards me. I'm thinking, wow, man, this is kind of cool. Communism, they make me feel like a Saudi Arabian, you know? So all the girls are there, and this one little girl named Marianne says, "Oh my hand, I'm scared, Mikey." I said, "Sure, then I'll hold your hand. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?" And then she says to me, "I don't want to die." "Don't worry. If they do anything, we'll turn that place into a rotisserie. Don't worry." So suddenly I'm thinking all the girls are scared. Russian men are doing this to all of us, and they're doing it to our women. And I'm sorry. If anybody's going to terrorize American women, it's going to be American men. Right, guys? If we're going to terrorize American women, it's going to be our people. So suddenly, the Man Magazine thing that screwed my head up came out. I don't know if you remember the old Generation song, "My Dog's Bigger Than Your Dog"? Probably not. But I got back at Nikita Khrushchev, who was the bad guy during this time. He's the one that had his units pointed at our units. And the song went, "Kennedy's balls are bigger than Nikita's. Kennedy's balls are bigger than his. Kennedy's balls are bigger because Khrushchev's a weenie. Kennedy's balls are bigger than his." Now, you'd think I was going to get in trouble, right? Irish Catholic teacher, she pumps her head up like it's a National Geographic special and she's the prairie dog. Nice one, laddie. Okay, fast forward. How many of you did this when a substitute teacher walked into the class? Party time! Woo, yeah! Right? Remember that? So what is a party without a song? Man Magazine, that's why I need a lawyer. You might remember this tune, Chiquita Banana. Chiquita Banana. Eat Chiquita Banana each and every day. If you don't like the teacher, there's an easy way. Eat Chiquita Banana, throw the peel on the floor, and watch the teacher go flying out the door. All right. Everybody laughed and they applauded me, except for Mrs. Stephanopoulos. Ow, ow, ow. They did that back then in the schools. So I'm in the principal's office. They called my mother in. And Mom says to the principal, "Mrs. Kennedy, can I have a mommy and me moment with my son Michael, please?" "Sure, Mrs. Riles. I'll be right outside. I'll close the door." Now, this is before ACLU for kids, right? Closes the door, and this is before DVRs. "I miss Lila Lucy because of you. Bam, bam, bam." That's right. They used to spank us back then. You probably heard about spanking? Google it. Okay. I get home. My mother tells my father, right? And I'm thinking, oh boy, this is trouble. This is real trouble. "Dad, I was watching a show with this guy from Yale. His name was William Buckley. And he said, you cannot punish somebody twice for the same crime." And I said that to my old man when I was 12 years old. So he knows what's coming, right? He looks at me and says, "Son, William Buckley said that?" "That's right." "The U.S. Constitution says I can't do this?" "That's right, Dad." "Well, guess what, son? I'm a Democrat. Screw the Constitution." Bam, 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 bam. That's the way it was back in those days. All right, fast forward. In 1977, recession, a really bad bachelor's degree, guess who your employer became? The United States Army. Okay, so what does that have to do? Oh, by the way, this hat, it was worn by Elvis in Blue Hawaii and GI Blues. 25,000. Any opening bids? 25? No. So I go to this town called West Berlin, and it was kind of neat because they had a big wall like this around the city. You couldn't get lost. And since I was from Chicago, you never got homesick because on top of that wall were a bunch of guys carrying these AK-47 Soviet assault rifles with a banana clip in it. So I'm sitting there going, Chicago, Chicago, rat-tat-tat-tat. So I'm outside. I just got back from Italy doing some leave, and I picked up the language. Great place. Anybody know the Italian word for douchebag?
Douchebag.
Douchebag! That's the Italian word for douchebag. And how about the German word for virgin? Anybody? The German word for virgin? Good time. There you go. That's right. So I'm outside, right? This army truck pulls up. A couple of GIs are in there. One kid's got a guitar. He's doing it. I got the hook. 2, 3, 4. Occupation GI blues. And suddenly we see this drop-dead, gorgeous, make your tongue sweat German girl walking across the street. The kid puts the guitar down and he does what Sid Caesar called, an old comedian. It was called the moment of birth. That's where you roll the window down, you stick your head out, then you do the shoulders. And what that means is, he would shout, Fraulein, Sie hat ein gutes Arsch. Now, who needs a translation of Fraulein, Sie hat ein gutes Arsch? Anybody? It means you have a great ass. Right there. Thank you. You took German high school. Excellent. Finally, we had a guy on our unit named Kirk. He was a GGW. Do you know what a GGW is? God's gift to women. Have you ever had a guy come up to you? Hey, baby, did it hurt? And you said, hey, what hurt? And you fell out of heaven and you broke that wing. That's right. This guy was German linguist, trained to speak German, which meant he was able to bring home a late night snack every night to the barracks against regulations. So I'm walking by the room with this warrant officer, he's getting it on, and the warrant says, you know, Riles, this is the part of the job I love. Open up, health and welfare inspection, just when Brunhilde is about to get his V2 rocket into launch sequence. Oh yeah! So I figure I need to cheer this guy up really bad. On the bus next night, I did a song that you might have heard about seatbelts. Here it comes. Open up, health and welfare. Open up, that's what they call this. Open up, health and welfare inspection. You better open up. You better beware. Get the girl out of there. Hey, huh? Heterosexuals will not be tolerated. You better open up. Thank you for the great audience.
Guys, keep it going for my garage. Guys, we're going to get right to it. Come to the stage, man. I'll be back here. Cracking jokes is very funny guy. Please give it up for Mr. Fred Howard.